Week 2, session 1 is the superhero or build a superhero game. Now again, I didn't laminate these for the purpose of the video because it was too hard to see with the glare. But you laminate these and cut them out, and these are all your superhero pieces. And then what you do, I put the articulation and language ones separate. So you laminate all these boards. These are just different board games. So the students roll, and they start on POW, they roll, and they just keep going around and around the circle. When they land on something with a random picture, they complete that task. And if they land on it over and over again, that's fine. They still have to complete it multiple times. If they land on a piece of clothing for the superhero, they get to take that one from the middle, and they just dress their superhero. So you can cut these out, laminate them. I usually will just cut them into an actual board, so each student gets like a rectangle shape with their character on it. And so when they land on a piece of clothing, they get to pick out that one. So there's 4 different colors capes, 4 different color belts, 4 different color masks, and then the hair. So they get to actually decorate their entire superhero. Whoever lands on all of them first wins. They sometimes will have to put a piece of clothing back, or they get to take any piece. And again, you just go round and round until their entire superhero has been dressed. Now, what I do, or what you can do, is when you cut out these clothing, and again, I'm sorry they're not cut out, I have to laminate them, but there's a glare when they're laminated. So what you can do, if they're laminated and cut out, you can put tasks on them. So you can put different words if you want, or you can put 1, 2, or 3. So then when they do end up on clothing, they still have to complete a task. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can just have them do it when they land on the random prompts, but it's just another way to get extra ones in. They do get a lot in just from these pictures though. So for the sounds, it's pretty self-explanatory. I usually have them do 5 times. And then for each different language goal, I have them spell it or use it in a sentence for the pronouns, or for the past tense verbs and plurals. For pronouns, they just have to tell me what it is, maybe use it in a sentence. Vocabulary, they have to describe and define it or use it in a sentence. There's the rhyming. I usually have them come up with, for this game, just 1 rhyme for each, because they're going to be going around and around, and usually they end up on the same space multiple times. So 1 is fine per time they land on it. Categories, this one is actually give something that belongs in that category. And then this other category one is tell what category it belongs in. Compare and contrast the 2 things that are in there. Again, they can compare or contrast one thing, and then they'll probably land on it again. WH questions. I just ask them whatever WH question they land on. And then synonyms, homophones, homonyms, and antonyms. They just have to give the other one. Describing, they have to describe it. And that's pretty much it for these. And then there is a open-ended one. So you can, if you have a mixed group, you can use the open-ended one. So that's how we play this Build a Superhero game. And again, it's one of the favorites because they actually get to make their own superhero with their own colors.